Hello and welcome to today's class on prenatal upper body. So we'll be focusing on the neck and the shoulders that tend to hold a lot of tension during pregnancy. All of this is happening down here, but it also causes some issues up in the rib cage. So hoping that we can open things up, stretch things out, maybe create a little more space for you. So for class today, maybe grab onto a pillow or a bolster to prop your hips up on in one of the poses, and then if you have them, some yoga blocks, or you could use a stack of books or a couple stack of books. So we'll start into a seated position. What we're gonna do is start with our palms on top of our thighs. Chin is gonna tuck down to the chest. And then inhale, let's reach the chin to the ceiling. Try to reach through your bottom jaw. Exhale, chin down to the chest. Inhale, come up. And exhale, release down. Inhale, head's gonna come to neutral, and then just start looking over one shoulder and the next. Just bringing a little bit of movement into the neck, warming up this area. Maybe you bring your torso along with rotation, just a gentle twist, keeping it open so the same hand will stay on the same leg, not crossing over your body. Awesome, let's come to center. We're gonna take the hands, interlace them behind the back, press those knuckles down, and then tuck the chin down to the chest again. From here, we're gonna take those knuckles, place them on the left hip. Left elbow is gonna open towards the side, and then we're gonna roll the right ear to the right shoulder. Feeling some nice length along the left side of the neck here. And feel free to just play around a little bit with placement, finding that space that's extra tight. And from here, we're going to drop the gaze down to the right hip. Dropping the hands back behind you, roll the chin back down to center. And then palms come over to the right hip, right elbow opens up, left ear rolls to the left shoulder. Playing around with that placement if you need to a little bit, finding that area that is extra tight. And gaze drops down to the left hip. Go ahead and release the hands back behind you. Chin rolls down to center. And then let's let the palms come back to the top of the thighs. We're gonna lift the chest, lift the gaze on the inhale. Exhale, tuck the chin, round the back. Inhale, lift the chest, lift the gaze, squeeze those shoulder blades together. Exhale, tuck the chin, round the back. Find that space between the shoulder blades. Inhale, lift. And exhale, round. Good. Inhale, we're going to lift this time, bringing the arms into it. Open those arms out wide. And exhale, we're going to take the back of the wrist to touch in front of you. Inhale, lift. And exhale, round. One more time. From here, we're going to take the right hand down on the mat. Left arm reaches up and over. You can place that right hand on a yoga block if you'd like. Or maybe you walk that hand a little bit, getting a little more into that left side, making sure the left sit bone is staying connected down to your cushion or your mat. Left shoulder is peeling back. Gaze goes wherever feels good on your neck. Inhale, let's come up. Left hand is going to place down. Right arm reaches up overhead. Keeping that right hip pressing down as you find length in the right side. Deep inhale, expanding into the ribs. And exhale. Maybe you take it a little deeper. Inhale, come all the way up. From here, we're going to come to tabletop position. Hands and knees, wrists under the shoulders, knees under the hips. Moving through a couple cat-cows, relax the belly. Inhale, lift the chest, lift the gaze. Exhale, tuck the pelvis, hug the belly in, round the back, tuck the chin. Pelvis comes to neutral, relax the belly, lift the chest, lift the gaze. Exhale, tuck the pelvis, hug baby with the belly, round the back, tuck the chin. Good. Few more times on your own, just letting your breath guide the pace here. Returning back to neutral, we're going to take the palms a little bit closer together. We're going to inhale, right arm comes to the ceiling, take your gaze with it, and then exhale, release the right hand back down. Inhale, left arm comes up, take your gaze with it. Exhale, release down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale, open. And exhale, release down. Inhale, right arm is going to come up, and then exhale, we're going to thread it through right shoulder, right ear, come down to the mat. If you need to, you can place your head on a yoga block or your pillow here. Left hand can stay in the mat right by your face, or you can extend it to the top of the mat if that feels good. Left hand is going to go back into the mat. Press yourself up. Give it a little wiggle or roll, however you need to move here. And then place those palms again a little closer together. Left hand comes to the ceiling. Deep inhale. Exhale, let's thread it through. Left shoulder, left ear, come down to the mat or to a prop. And then whatever you want to do with the right hand, you have two sides of the body, so maybe this side is asking for something a little different. Either extending that right arm to the top of the mat or placing it by your face. Right hand goes back into the mat. Press yourself up to all fours. And then we're going to grab onto those yoga blocks or your stack of books. placing them on either side of the front of the mat. Palms are going to go on top of the yoga blocks. You can have your fingertips just hanging off the top there. And then we're going to take our knees wide as you can. Toes come close. They don't need to touch. And then sit the hips back. Forehead and chest come down. If you need to, you can place the forehead on that pillow or another block. Or if it's too intense, just remove the blocks and place the hands on the mat. Inhale, let's come all the way back up. We're going to place those palms down, kick the feet off to the side, and come to a seated position. The feet are going to come in front of us, and the palms come behind us. Fingertips pointed towards you. Those palms are right underneath the shoulders, and then feet come a little bit closer to the bottom. We're going to take a deep inhale, lift the hips to the ceiling, squeeze the glute at the top. If it feels good, you can let your head release back. And exhale, let those hips release down. Head is going to be the last thing to come up. Finding that center again. We're going to do it one more time. Inhale, press into the feet, lift the hips up. Keep those knees hugging in so they're not opening out wide. And exhale, slowly lower the hips down. From here, we're going to kick the feet off to the side once more. Coming back to tabletop position, and then inhale to an upright position. We're going to take the right foot and bring it in front, coming to this lunge position. Inhale, arms are going to reach up overhead, and then exhale, sink those hips down towards the mat. Deep inhale, find length in the fingertips. Exhale, let's bend the elbows, draw those shoulder blades down the back. Lift the gaze. Inhale, arms are going to come back up. Exhale, we're going to drop the back, left hand to the back of your neck, bending at that left elbow, and then right hand is going to reach over, grab onto the left elbow. Deep inhale. Exhale, let's hinge over to the right. Inhale, come to center, release the hands. We're going to interlace them behind the back. Press those knuckles down, lift the chest, lift the gaze, and sink those hips a little bit further. And slowly release those hands coming back. We're going to take that right foot back to meet the left, and then bring the left foot up into the left lunge. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, sink the hips down. Inhale, find length in those fingertips. Exhale, bend the elbows, draw those shoulder blades down the back. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, bend the right elbow. Right hand comes behind you, grabbing onto the right elbow with the left hand. Deep inhale. Exhale, hinge over to the left. Inhale to center. Let's release those hands behind the back. Interlace the fingers. Press those knuckles down. Deep inhale. Exhale. Sink a little further into that lunge. Good. Slowly release. Bringing that left foot back to meet the right. And then you can grab onto the bolster if you'd like. we're gonna come to a seated position, extending the legs out in front of you. We're going to take the right arm, cross it over the left, and then that left arm is going to grab onto the right, making sure you're not grabbing onto the elbow, so just above or below the elbow. And then this right shoulder is moving down away from the right ear. Releasing that and switching to the other side. Left arm crosses, using that right arm to hook underneath, taking that arm closer to the chest. And release that. Deep inhale, find length, and exhale, maybe you forward fold just slightly here. You can take your feet a little bit wider if you need some room for the belly, and you can take your hands to either your legs or your yoga blocks here if they're handy. Let your head just round off. Taking a few moments to find gratitude for showing up in this space today, giving your body what it needs. On your next inhale, slowly rolling up. I hope you feel a little bit more stretch and open within the upper body today. Come back to this as often as you need it. I hope you have an amazing day.